Real life, real stories, life lessons with Esther Joseph.
One concert goer called it hell.
Police say they have not determined what caused the deadly chaos.
It just felt like we was like literally like in fucking hell, bro. Like it felt like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe, you couldn't see, and once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they could have do. This shit really fucked me up and really spooked me tonight. Like that was like some demonic shit.
That is so sad. To have that image in your head still this morning, I'm sure.
Oh, 100%. I mean, like I said, I work in the hospital. I work, with people that go into cardiac arrest. I mean, this was more terrifying than anything I've ever seen. Ever.
We start with breaking news from the United States, where at least 8 people have died in a crowd surge during the opening night of the Astroworld Music Festival in Houston, Texas.
As Scott took the stage to headline his Astroworld Festival Friday, many of his fans were being crushed in a sea of pain.
This was the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life. People were getting trampled. I saw people's heads stomped in. I saw people getting their ribs broken.
It just got worse and worse. Everyone's like, you just can't breathe. You just feel like...
17 people taken to hospital, 11 of them suffering cardiac arrests, more than 300 treated on the scene.
Look, in my 27 years, I have never experienced this type of mass casualty.
I mean, and that really says something. 27 years, and this is the worst you've seen. Houston Fire Chief Samuel Peña.
The rapper Travis Scott, who founded the festival and is from Houston, stopped several times during his 75-minute set when he spotted fans in distress.
We need somebody to help him. Somebody passed out right here. Somebody passed out right here. Hold on, don't touch him, don't touch him. Everybody just back up. Security, somebody help, jump in real quick, keep going.
But panic later set in, and the crowd surged towards the front of the stage. It's not yet known what caused the incident.
People are fucking dying. I'm gonna save somebody's life. That's somebody's kid. Who else could have stopped? I'm gonna save them. Who else could have stopped? 2 hands up, y'all. 2 hands up. Y'all know what y'all came to do. Chase me. Let's go. You gotta hold people in the people take care of them.
New video shows security actually lifting up someone who needed medical attention as Travis Scott continues to perform.
At the front, a man was heckled as he shouted for medical assistance.
People are dying. I'm gonna save somebody's life. Trying to get paid. That's somebody's kid. Who else could have stopped? I'm gonna save them.
But when it came, that help was hampered by some festival goers oblivious to the unfolding tragedy, dancing on top of an emergency vehicle. Reports suggest medics were overwhelmed.
And then meanwhile you have others that are climbing up the tower to the staff that's in charge of the lighting and saying, stop this, shut it down. They're trying to shut the concert down. Nothing was being done. It was absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I am disturbed.
We just watched the bodies just go past us unconscious.
With reports of people being trampled, unable to move and breathe, some unconscious and falling to the ground, EMS crossing dense crowds to reach them.
Doing a cardiac arrest last night, and I'm so sorry. All I heard was, you're just gonna let him die?
People were so packed, they passed out. Some suffered cardiac arrest.
We had to walk over people's bodies.
Panic rippled through the crowd, causing many to surge toward the stage. Emergency crews struggled to deliver help. The hip-hop stars...
There are major questions still outstanding about whether this festival should have been allowed to go ahead given those injuries earlier in the day. Guys?
Yeah, just a glaring question there, and the video unbelievable.
And this video, captured during the day on Friday, shows hundreds of people rushing checkpoints and destroying security property at the entrance.
The on-site medical team was quickly overwhelmed by hundreds of casualties. Emergency vehicles trying to access the most seriously injured appeared to be hindered by revelers, unaware of what was unfolding.
Just imagine all the people they're going to find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like, I'm thinking it's probably going to be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like, I kid you not. Like, in the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted. And the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning black and blue. Like I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead.
In a statement posted on Twitter, Scott said he's devastated by the deaths.
How are you feeling about, the victims who have lost their lives at a concert?
I feel very angry. Travis acknowledged that something was happening in the crowd. He acknowledged that there was an ambulance. He acknowledged that someone was passed out, and then just continued the concert.
Two hands to the sky. Two hands to the sky. Two hands up, y'all. 2 hands up.
What was so crazy, like people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was like help. The whole crowd was just going like help, help, help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like, that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro.
But there's a lot of people that are very selfish. There's people that I saw a pit that was being held together by people, but because in the pit was people that fell, so they were standing together to help the people get up. And I witnessed somebody unconscious struggling to get out, like their friends were trying to get him out, and just people.
Did you really think I was going to let this one slip away? After everything that happened this weekend, do you think I was really going to let it go? No. Thousands of you have asked me to do this. I will oblige, and I'm happy to. But again, we have to speculate. This is just coincidence, right? Okay. What about this? Coincidence? Oh, wait. I know. This one is definitely a coincidence, correct? Doesn't mean anything, just looks cool, right? I can make posts like this all day. There are thousands of these across the internet. Easy to find, easy to access. This man has 44 million followers on Instagram alone. Coincidental, right? I watched and I reviewed everything. Everything that I could. I watched the entire show. It was an hour and some odd minutes. Watched all of it. If you look at any current news headlines, law enforcement is currently investigating this event that transpired this weekend because some illegal activities took place where people were forcibly with something. And this caused the issue that we now have at hand. What really disturbs me about this whole thing is I watched this apology video and I looked at the body language and everything about it says disingenuous. Typically any person who speaks to you while looking down at you, that is a gesture of lying or frustration. And typically anybody who will gesture around the head, around the eyes, around the mouth is trying to gesture that they are lying. This is a signal and it's a dead giveaway. This means that it's completely disingenuous. Personally, I don't buy it. And personally, I don't think he gives two craps about us. I think this man is only worried about his number and his career. That's it. But I'm curious, how much of this needs to be thrown in your face until you start to understand that there's a methodology behind these things? How many coincidences do you need before you start actually critically thinking about this? As this event transpired and this man didn't stop the show, even when he was begged to, all of you paid good money to entertain and be entertained by somebody who has the mentality of this. But I get it. It's just entertainment, right? Right.
Travis Scott is the worst person I worked with in my entire career in music. 8 people are dead and hundreds more are injured after Travis Scott's callous, reckless behavior at Astroworld. And I hate to be the one saying this, but I saw this coming and I tried to tell everyone. The story that D-Dot is telling is true. I'm Travis Scott's former manager. I'm the one who had a seizure, and I'm the one that he left for dead in a basement in Los Angeles. I originally told my account in 2013, and then it recirculated on Reddit about 6 years ago. The stories coming out of Astroworld and all the videos documenting the evidence are quite clear, and they align with what I know about Travis Scott. When he sees people in harm or danger, he tends to only continue thinking about himself. And to make it worse, he's been doing this for years at other concerts. I could go on and on about the theft of sessions, assaults, and all the lies that he's told in his career.
The footage they don't want to show.
We need somebody to help him. Somebody pass out right here. Somebody pass out right here. No, don't touch him. Don't touch him. Everybody just back up. Security, somebody help jump in real quick. Keep going. Just somebody jump in. Come on. Security, get it down. Let's get it down. Let's get it down. Let's get it down. Let's get it down.
Thank you and God bless you for watching. Like and subscribe.